What's up, everyone? I'm Torvolduruz, and today I want to talk about battlefields in faction warfare. Quick disclaimer, this video is not meant to be an in-depth guide on how to run battlefields. I just wanted to get this video out there to show you how they work, what their importance is, and show you some cool action we had inside of battlefields. Now, battlefields are a major strategic important objective in faction warfare. This isn't something you would really solo. This is something you would work together as a group, as a faction to capture, to not only increase the contested on your side, but also get a nice loyalty point payout. If you're looking at it from a strategic perspective, battlefields are the biggest advantage to changing the contested rate of a system. So if you're trying to flip a system to your side or you're trying to hold a system, you need to be on the lookout for battlefields, as they will be the most strategic advantage. And if you're looking for the loyalty point advantage, you're trying to make money from faction warfare, battlefields are the greatest source of loyalty points. Now, to find battlefields. Battlefields don't just spawn anywhere, anytime. Battlefields spawn in frontline systems, and there's a 3-hour window from when the previous battlefield was completed to when the next one actually spawns. You can find battlefields on the faction warfare map, but once a battlefield spawns, it'll pop up in your probe scanner like any other site in faction warfare. When you warp to the site, you land on an activation gate. You slide into the activation gate, and that puts you into the battlefield. And battlefield is an appropriate name for it, because once you warp into that site, it is literally a war zone. Inside the site, there are 3 capture points. Your objective is to hold at least 2 out of the 3 capture points to bring the contested more to your faction. As you hold the control points, you'll notice the progress bar on top of them cycling towards your faction. As more cycles are completed, you'll notice the contested bar on the left-hand side of the screen go more towards your side. Once that contested bar reaches 100%, you have captured that site for your faction. But it's not that easy. There's a lot that happens during this time, and a lot more can happen depending what the other faction has going on. Not only do you have to deal with enemy NPCs, but you also have to deal with the other faction, because like I said, these are huge strategic points. I had the opportunity to do 2 battlefields at one time with my Gallente Faction Warfare Alliance. We had 2 battlefields pop up at the same time, one in Ul'janet, one in Iha. Those are 2 areas that we've been fighting over pretty hardcore over the past few weeks. So once we saw these battlefields pop up, we sprang into action and went straight for the Ul'janet one first. The Ul'janet site was pretty easy. We didn't have much contest with it. We captured it without really any incidents. But that all changed whenever we ran over to Iha to start running that battlefield. We started out a bunch of random stuff, but mainly we had exec navy issues for damage and augurs for Logi. We were able to take control of the second battlefield in Iha and hold that until the Caldari reshipped into Feroxes. We decided to upship to take on their Feroxes. We got in the Cyclone fleet issues with Osprey as Logi. It was one hell of a skirmish. Caldari took out our entire Logi wing, but our Cyclone fleet issues were able to take down the Feroxes while they took down Logi. Once we had the upper hand in our Cyclone fleet issues, the Caldari decided to hop in Drake Navy issues. They had pinged and got more people in the fleet and overwhelmed us with Drake Navy issues, so we decided to upship. And that's when we decided to bust out the armor battleships with the Augur Logi. It was one hell of a battle. We only lost 1 battleship, and we were able to take down a few of the Drake Navy issues before the Caldari decided to take off. After we won the skirmish and had our battleships on grid, we continued to hold the battlefield until we completed it. Overall, we had 3 different skirmishes, but by the end of it, we had come out on top and the battlefield was ours. And this is the kind of content that battlefields create. It's incredible. It was my first time ever participating in a battlefield fleet, and I'll tell you what, it's some of the most fun I've had in Faction Warfare Lowsec in years. Both sides really wanted it. Both sides put in a hell of a lot of effort, and it was a great fight over the course. Ultimately, the fight in Iha over the battlefield wasn't a major turning point. The battlefield did not make a huge difference, but we both really wanted a good fight, and Caldari and Gallente duked it out. So if you're looking for some fun, exciting content to get into, Faction Warfare Lowsec is where it's at. Join a group, find a battlefield, get in on those fleets. You don't even have to be in an alliance or corp to join a battlefield fleet. You can join a public militia fleet and go join in on the action just like that. Overall, that is battlefields in faction warfare. They're huge strategic objectives that people will fight over. They're a ton of fun, so jump in on the action. I now know that if I see any Battlefield pings, I am logged in as soon as possible to join in on the action. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this inspires you to jump into faction warfare and try out some Battlefield sites for yourself. I had an absolute blast during these 2 Battlefield fights, and I am definitely going to jump on every Battlefield fleet that I can. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Like I said, I hope you enjoy it. Drop a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the war zone.